a battleship, a bomb, and a cook who turned out to be the most dangerous man on the ship. In 1992, Under Siege made $156 million worldwide and became the gold standard of die-hard knockoffs. With two of the most unhinged villains in action history, a director who didn't want to be there, and a lead whose behavior off-camera was almost as explosive as what he did on-screen. Here are the most mind-blowing facts, plus 2 bonus reveals about Under Siege.
That's striking off.
Warner Brothers developed the script with Seagal in mind, and he said no. It took significant persuasion to bring him back. If he'd stayed away, Tom Cruise or Nicolas Cage would have taken it. Both were actively considered. The actor permanently associated with Casey Ryback didn't want the role.
That I'm going to go see this afternoon, because I'm in Nashville, but I'm going down there. He said, we've got to have Steven's picture for the wall, so I went through there.
Jeff, you got anything to eat for me?
He's hungry.
You prick.
He's hungry.
Huh? What do you got?
Paul? I thought he was
I'll get you something right now if you want to.
Yeah, give me something right now. Give me a shake or some apple or something, anything, whatever.
Andrew Davis had been candid about this. It wasn't Seagal that drew him to the project. He agreed because he wanted to work with Tommy Lee Jones. Davis also admitted Seagal was far more difficult the second time around. The lead actor was a secondary consideration. The villain was the whole point.
You're hereby promoted to captain. Congratulations. Ship is yours.
Seagal appears for less than half the runtime. Tommy Lee Jones, the villain, has more screen time than the hero. The studio panicked when they found out. Davis's response? It works, doesn't it? The film made $156 million. He was right.
What was that? That was a bomb, jackass.
In 2018, Pamela Anderson said she was a contender for Jordan Tate until she found herself in a casting couch situation with Seagal. He told her if you don't do it, the girl across the hall will. Anderson told him to give it to her and walked out. Erika Eleniak got the role and has stated Seagal never acted inappropriately with her. Busey describes Seagal as a man performing confidence rather than possessing it. He also revealed Seagal had been pushing to add a sex scene with Eleniak's character and was flatly denied. The biggest action star of the early 90s lobbied for a love scene and got a peck on the cheek. Seagal improvised a moment of scolding toward actor Troy Evans, not knowing Evans was a genuine Vietnam combat veteran turned actor. Evans stopped the scene, told Seagal in front of everyone that the behavior was unacceptable, and warned him clearly what would happen if it continued. Seagal reportedly almost cried. He treated Evans with visible caution for the rest of the shoot. A decorated war veteran did in 30 seconds what nobody in Hollywood had managed in years. Seagal brought his own technical advisor to set, Robert Booth Nichols, who described himself as a former espionage artist. Investigations later linked Nichols to organized crime figures across multiple countries. This man had full access to the production and pitched creative ideas daily. His suggestion? Seagal should hide frozen beef under his jacket to stop bullets. The writer remembers this pitch. It did not make the film.
Approximately 1 million people will reach 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit in less than a second.
The U.S. Navy requires no longer than 4 inches. Seagal's iconic ponytail, his entire brand had to go. For a man famously protective of his image, this was significant, and yet Ryback looks more credible without it. Sometimes military authenticity saves a film by accident. The USS Alabama was docked in Mobile Bay, surrounded by city buildings. To create the illusion of the open Pacific, the crew built a 100-foot barge with a 60-foot framework and hung a massive black cloth across it. The blackout barge was repositioned throughout filming to block whatever piece of civilization appeared in the shot. That's not filmmaking, that's engineering. When Under Siege hit home video, rental stores faced a specific problem. Copies were being returned physically worn out, from one sequence being rewound and replayed until the tape degraded. That sequence was Erika Eleniak's emergence from the cake. Stores had to continuously replace inventory because of 4 minutes of runtime. At release, Seagal said he was put off by teaming up with, his words, a bimbo jumping out of a cake. He later reversed entirely, claiming the stripper sidekick was his own creative idea. He publicly insulted her and then tried to take credit for her existence.
I don't know, but it was full. And there was a band and there was a lot of caterers.
The timeline of that flip is extraordinary. Not a single critic saw Under Siege before opening day. Studios only withhold films when they expect disaster. Instead, the film opened strong, earned an A- cinema score, and became the highest-grossing film ever released without a single pre-release critical screening. The gamble became a landmark.
Son, you're in the Navy, man. You gotta look good, huh? There we go. Cuba, what's up?
The script was originally titled Dreadnought. When test audiences rejected it, marketing pushed Last to Surrender to fit the 3-word pattern of Seagal's previous films. Both Seagal and the writer hated it. Seagal fought the studio and won. The most recognizable title of his career almost didn't exist. Ford was undecided about The Fugitive when someone suggested he watch Davis's latest work. He watched Under Siege and committed immediately. 9 actors from Under Siege appeared in The Fugitive the following year. A film about a Navy cook was the direct reason one of the great thrillers of the 90s got made.
You know, if I had your ribbons, I'd wear them to bed.
Yes, sir.
Jones plays the villain here. A year later, The Fugitive, also directed by Davis, he won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. The role that connected Jones and Davis was a villain on a battleship. That performance led directly to one of the most celebrated roles in Hollywood history.
The lock is broken. You're gonna watch the end of the world on television, my man.
I'll take care of it.
No. We'll handle it. Secure the galley.
Davis designed the War Room as a deliberate homage to Dr. Strangelove. The circular table, the lighting, the entire visual tone built to echo Kubrick's iconic command center. A populist action film about a Navy cook quietly contains a Kubrick love letter inside its military headquarters. Most audiences never noticed. Davis put it there anyway. Ryback means fisherman in Polish. Seagal's mother's maiden name is Fisher. The hero's surname in his most successful film is a coded personal reference hiding in the credits of a movie seen by over 100 million people. Seagal's real daughter, Ayako Fujitani, came to set specifically on the day of the massive on-deck helicopter explosion. The production deemed it too dangerous and kept her away. Both still joke about how furious it made her. The most spectacular moment of her father's most successful film missed from 10 feet away. After the galley explosion, Krill and Stanix take cover against a wall displaying the ship's menu. Pause on that shot and Ryback's name is printed directly between the two villains. Whether intentional or a stunning accident, it is the entire film summarized in a single frame. Which fact just broke your brain? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Keep watching, keep feeling, and never stop chasing the magic of cinema. I'll catch you in the next one.